Hello, 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 hello. It is I, Bandis Bowens, and welcome to the new Bandis Bowens Hour. Have you missed me? I know you have. You've missed me, all of you out there in Diggler land. Yes, times have been rough for you, you blacks staying at home, not out in the streets protesting. What's going on? Are we scared? Are we frightened? I heard that the blacks are it's no longer the blacks' problem. That you're giving it over to the whites and the browns and the whatever else is, that it's no longer your problem. Well, I can't blame you. I can't blame you because let's face it, old DT, listen, honey, he's run amok. I have friends who have farms, they're losing the farms. I have friends who had jobs in the government, they're losing their jobs in the government. They are beside themselves. I mean, people like me, Bandis Bowens, who are independently wealthy, who came by their money through means that some of you would never know about. Well, we're okay. Sure, I did lose a few million, but we'll be okay. We'll make it. I'm not worried about the cost of eggs, okay? I can't tell you the last time I ate dairy. But anyway, as I said before, it is I, Bandis Bowens, and please sound off in the comments about how much you have missed this lovely blonde lock of hair. How much you've missed it. How much you've missed me. Because I have missed some of you talking shit about you, and you especially, Double J. But what can I say? Here in the new Bandis Bowens Hour, what? It's not the Bandis Bowens Hour. It's still the Diggler Digest. Oh, well, I won't stay here giving you the best that I've got. If you've come here for some entertainment news, for a little bit of faggotry, if you will, then you have come to the right place. Oh, black celebration as well? Oh, of course. Of course. What about the whites? What about white blonde celebration? Oh, not the place here. Oh, whatever. As I said before, it is I, Bandis Bowens, coming to you from the little Diggler Studios. But since I'm not the one you're here to see, honey, let me give her to you. All right, children, it's time for your favorite entertainment, gossip, and black celebration podcast. It's the Diggler Digest with me. I, he, she, they, them, thou, Cream Diggler. Girl, are you ready? I don't think you're ready, girl. Are we ready? Girl, are you ready? I think you're ready, girl. Girl, I think you're ready, girl. I can sense it through the phone. I can sense it through your iPad, girl. I can sense it through your TV. Girl, I can sense it. Can you sense me? I can sense you. Have you missed me? Girl, I missed you. I missed you, sis. I missed you so much. Now, there have been so much going on. So much has been happening in the world today. I can't even keep up. And not to mention stuff to watch, girl. between the movies, the TV shows. I just binged a show called The Four Seasons on Netflix. I encourage you to check her out. I started watching it with a side eye. I was not expecting to finish her, but I did. I did. I finished her. So I'm gonna put that on to you. But we're gonna just jump right into, girl, do you know what? Do you know what season we're in? We're in season 5. Girl, season 5. Season 5, episode 60. So we had 60 episodes. We're not resetting. Girl, we're not resetting the episodes, girl. That we worked too hard. I want you to be aware of the number. Okay? So we're at episode 60, season 5. Yes, ma'am. But we're gonna get into, before I bring my friends on, I want to get into the movie Sinners. I've seen her twice. Have y'all seen her yet? I saw a really good synopsis. This woman was kind of giving her little take on it. And I want to play that, and then I want us to talk about it. Okay? So here we go.
Reasons why I loved the movie Sinners. Number one, it's genre bending. It's a period piece meets horror film.
Hold on, girl. Hold on. I added the movie to the stage, girl. Here we go. Here we go, girl. Here we go. I'm back. Not knowing how to do the technology right. Let's see.
It's a period piece, but it's not trauma porn, and this shouldn't be. Spoiler-free reasons why I loved the movie Sinners. Number one, it's genre bending. It's a period piece meets horror film, also low-key musical. It's a period piece, but it's not trauma porn, and this shouldn't be special, but it really is, because although the Jim Crow South is the backdrop of this film, it's not about how hard it is to be black or how bad racism is. They do acknowledge its existence, but they still manage to center black joy, and we need more of that in movies, even when they're horror. Number three, Michael B. Jordan absolutely kills it playing the smokestack twins. These characters are so well-rounded and nuanced and distinct that people are actually surprised that it's one actor playing both roles, and that just is a testament to what a fantastic actor he is. Number four, the music. I had no idea this was a musical film, but I loved every single second of it, and the official Sinners Spotify playlist is chef's kiss. Number five, an absolutely stunning debut from 20-year-old Miles Canton. I cannot believe this was his first film. His voice is incredible, but he also learned how to play guitar just for this movie. Number six, writer-director Ryan Coogler's absolutely historic deal for this film. Not only is he making a percentage of the ticket sales right up front, which is very rare, but in 25 years, the rights of this film go back to him, which is a really big deal because he will be able to profit off of his work as he should for the rest of his life. Ryan's deal has the potential to change the face of Hollywood for the better, and as a writer and actor myself, I'm really excited about that. Number seven, the multi-ethnic cast. Unfortunately, the bar is in hell when it comes to seeing diverse representations in period pieces, but this film does a really great job of showing a lot of different backgrounds in a way that's very authentic and realistic, including Indigenous folks and Asian folks. Number eight, it's an original movie. We all know that Hollywood loves a reboot and a spin-off, or making a movie that's based on a popular TV show or a book or a comic book, and I don't begrudge any of those things, but it's so nice to see an original film break through all the noise and prove once again that audiences want new stories. Number nine, this movie is sexy without being gratuitous or extra raunchy. Too often Hollywood loves to throw in a sex scene for no reason, especially in a horror film, and this movie manages to have some spicy moments, but they're not over the top, they feel well earned, and also they center women's pleasure, which again shouldn't be something special, but it really is. And you know how to save the best for last. Number 10, black women, but especially Miss Woman right here. Beautiful, talented, full-figured, dark-skinned, unambiguously black. I love that this film features black women in a way that's uplifting. It's not about them being disrespected or dogged out. They are listened to as if they know what they're talking about, because we often do. And again, it shouldn't be a rarity, but it's really nice to see a plus-sized actress have a sex scene and look good while doing it. Have you seen the movie Sinners? What did you think? Are you going to see it again? Let me know in the comments.
So, yeah, I agree with everything this woman had to say about the movie, y'all. Let's just start off talking about the deal that Coogler got. Girl, money up front, okay, already. Now, you don't usually, girl, you got to wait till they recoup theirs first before you get yours. But she said, I get mine off rip, okay? I get percentage of the profits off rip. And then the fact that you get to own your shit when it's over in 25 years, this is a movie that is going to be a classic. You know, we're going to be. And then that means he gets to do whatever he wants with it, re-releases, yada, yada, yada. Like, talk about some generational wealth happening here for Ryan Coogler. And then just talk about the fabulosity of the movie itself, the nuances. I mean, you got all kind of people making up all kind of lore and stuff about the movie online. You got people doing all kind of funny videos about the movie. Now, I will say this. I'm so glad the first time I saw it, the theater was pretty quiet as opposed to just like reactions to the movie, like whatever, scared, gasp, whatever. Now the second time I saw it, it was maybe a week into the movie, And this is where we start to get more of those types. You know the types. The types who think they're in the living room. The types, who's talking along to the movie a little bit. But I was okay because by that point I had seen it, so I wasn't, I was paying attention, but I didn't need total silence. So at this point, I would recommend catching it really early, maybe catch it on a work day when people most likely got to be at work, and so you'll have less drama. Okay, but very well worth it. I'm really curious to hear what my friend John thinks about this. John, come on in the room, John. Where are you, John? John, hello. How are you?
I'm fine. Sorry, I just got back from Cumclave.
From the cum clave? Is that what I heard? The cum clave?
hmm
That's a
We
little
had to
different than the con
we had
clave.
we had to put out some white smoke. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I hope everything worked out for y'all and that the right one was chosen.
Oh, he was.
Oh, he was. Oh, yes, very good. Now, John, have you seen? First of all, it's so good to see you. It's it's been a minute before we get into this. So, how have you been? How's the show? How the show's been going? Have you missed being on Thursday nights? Like, what's been going on with you?
There was something missing on Thursday nights, I will admit.
Oh, heartbeat. Mm.
Shows have been progressing as
Mhm.
normal.
Okay, all right. I
Nothing
appreciate
out
that.
nothing out of the ordinary, just progressing.
Okay, all right.
Still
Well,
engaged.
still engaged. Yeah, still here. Well, we have. Tell me, have you seen Sinners yet?
Well, unfortunately I have not. And
Mhm.
that's only because last week I had some challenges with my blood pressure, and
Mm,
I was, let's just say, I needed to relax.
gotcha.
So I didn't want to. I haven't seen it yet. I've heard many things. I have a feeling I've seen it already based on what people are saying.
I was about to
But
say you haven't been able to escape all the information that people have been putting out there about it.
correct, correct. But I
Yeah.
plan to see it this weekend. But so far, from what I've seen, heard, and what people have explained, I think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. I mean,
Well,
pleasantly pleased. I'll say pleased.
let me just tell you though, do not let all the positive. It's not a perfect movie, okay? By any stretch of the
Okay.
imagination, it's not. You're not going to leave it. You're not going to leave there going, "Oh, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my life." It was made perfect. Everything was done right. Like, because I think when I went in, there was a little bit of that hype around it, and so I had put a lot of pressure on the movie when I first went in to see it.
Mm,
So let me take some of that pressure off of it for you, so that you
okay.
it's a good movie. Okay,
Okay.
it's a good movie. That's all. It's a good movie. It ain't giving you like you remember the first time you saw The Matrix
Yeah.
and when they did that slow motion back being when the bullet flew
Yeah.
past, you was like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck?"
Yeah.
You ain't getting no moments like that, okay? You ain't getting no like. There are a few moments like in the movies where you saw something brand spanking new.
Uh huh.
So let that go. You're not gonna have no moments like that.
My only thing about some movies is I cannot stand a slow burn.
Okay, well, I'm glad you said that. Let's go ahead and get prepared.
Okay.
The first 20 minutes are a little talky, okay? But, but what you got to understand is that they're talking because listen, because they are setting
They're
up
setting it up.
they're setting up
Okay.
some things for you.
Okay.
Yes. So just make sure you pay attention to that. Okay. All right. So y'all, if y'all have seen the movie in the comments, please talk to us about the movie. I think uh our friend Greg will be on tonight, so we can come back to this topic a little later. But let's move on to we have a dear
Ooh.
cream like think dear Abby. We have a dear cream And let me find the video file, and we're
Yeah.
gonna play it and give some advice that'll be helpful to this young person. Okay, so here we go.
Hey, Cream. My name is Sean, and I'm trying to figure out how to deal with my dad who voted for Trump. He says he regrets it now because now he's about to lose the family farm. But yeah, I don't know if I really believe that he's turned the other cheek. So should I forgive my dad, or should I just cut him off like I intended? Thanks. I love your show.
Well, thank you so much, Sean, for writing in. John, what do you think? So the family's about to lose the farm. We've been seeing a lot of that on TikTok and stuff. People talking about that. But apparently, Sean was about to cut the family off, and now that the family is facing hard times, should he show some kindness to his family? Should he go back and try to help the family out? What do you think?
Cut him off.
Mm.
You got that's what you wanted. You believed. We tried to tell you. Now, FAFO. So, sorry.
My thing is, if the family is not showing any kind of remorse, any kind of like realization, if they're still going like, well, you know what,
I'm gonna give him a chance.
yeah, this was, he didn't mean this for this to happen to us. You know what I mean? If there's any of that kind of mess, girl, keep on walking, keep on walking. But if they're showing some kind of remorse, some kind of like, give me
You
one more chance, I say give them
that's
one more chance.
that's not enough for me because
Mm.
we told you months and months and months. All that stuff that he was talking about, you knew good and goddamn well he wasn't going to be able to stop no war in those 24 hours. He wasn't going to be able to bring down no prices in 24 hours.
Right.
So if it's not like the old saying goes, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is.
Facts. Now I'll tell you what's scary though is Japan talking, saying y'all keep talking that mess, and I'm gonna show y'all something. That's what's a little scary. As a matter of fact, I know somebody at work talking about we're going to Japan next summer. We're paying our travel tickets. We're working on that. I'm like, girl, you might not be going to Japan next summer, girl, because Japan may not want us over there. Okay,
Shoot, half these countries don't want us over there, and they're not traveling here either.
facts. You know what? And I'm here for it. You know, because I teach us, spank us, and maybe the people who it needs to get spanked will learn the lesson, child. I don't know.
And then, Lord have mercy. They talking about give him time with these trade deals. Okay, you got all these goddamn tariffs on all these countries, but yet and still, as of today, you only got one deal done.
And
Bitch.
even that deal was very like, well, we haven't
And
worked
it
out
ain't
the
even
details.
finalized yet.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like,
Because
girl,
all this stuff is gonna start hitting in June, July is when all this stuff
mhm,
is gonna start hitting. Because I was reading somewhere in the local paper here that some ship from China has just docked in Savannah, Georgia, with
mhm.
145% tariffs on all them goods.
Ooh, yes, Lord have mercy.
So come June is when we're gonna start seeing you know,
Mm.
the price thing.
Well,
Oh
you know
God.
who is delivering is Beyonce.
Delivering what?
Well, let's look at the headlines. Beyonce's Cowboy Carter streams double following her tour kickoff. Beyonce
Yeah,
replaces Beyonce's Cowboy Carter. Oh girl, I put the same. There's other titles. I fucked up. My editor fucked up and put the same title twice. Girl, but she's getting rave reviews online. Trust me.
yeah,
She
but Kendrick Lamar and SZA killing her in ticket sales and attendance.
But how do we? I don't know. I feel like there are some people who are just kind of lying about things like that. Because when you look at Beyonce's, look at the videos. It's giving very much Biden. Sorry, Kamala Harris full stadium, right? It's giving that. but then people are saying, "Oh, she's not doing da da da." Girl, look at open. Let's look. When you see the little lights on the phones and shit in the audience, it's packed. People are up in the nosebleeds. People are on the sides. Like
Yeah,
the
but them lights aren't dense. They have little specks in between each light, so they're not dense.
well, I mean, okay, fine.
Let me stop.
Maybe it's not shoulder to shoulder, but it is nothing to shake a stick at. She's still filling out stadiums.
Yeah, she is. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie and say she's not. But it's just. I just seen stuff that says Kendrick and SZA's tour is doing better than her. That's all. That's all I'm
But
saying.
I asked this: how many locations are they going to? How big are their stadiums? I would wonder, like seats to seats, like the whole day, right? So if Kendrick and SZA are only doing 10 dates, but Beyonce got 50, you know what I'm saying? So like I that would tell me something else as well. Now let's just look at a couple of. This is not even the tip of the iceberg of some of the videos people have been putting online of her performance. Blue has been killing it. Blue came out the gate dancing hard. Well, you found something about the seats? Are
No,
they?
I was looking at where Kendrick is tonight. He's in New Jersey for 2 nights. I was just looking at that. No, I'm just like,
I'm trying to get this video. Girl, what is going on?
what's going on?
I'm trying to get the video to play.
I'm seeing all these posts about Blue Ivy killed it. Blue Ivy did this. Blue Ivy did that. I have one question. Can she sing?
Child, she's a dancer. She's
Can
playing
she
dancer.
sing?
What does that got to do with the price of tea? She's not
If she
singing.
trying to be like her mama, she need to be. Well, her mama can't really
We're,
sing
we're,
either. But
we're getting
can she sing?
we're getting the cart before the horse. I think you're commenting on people talking about, oh, she's the heir to the throne and da, 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 da.
Yeah.
So I do understand that part, but
And she
but
still looks stiff. But anyway, that's
but
just.
smartly so. This child of 13, 14 years old, child,
And she
like
don't need to be twisting like that at 13. But
and
that's just.
she is getting it. And she's getting it. So we gotta give her just due. Let me see if I can get this thing to play like I want it to play. Now I will say, not to bring it back to Janet Jackson, but I'm gonna bring it back to Janet Jackson. John, what does your internet tell you how old Beyonce is right now?
Isn't she 42?
At 42, I believe Janet Jackson was doing. Was that around the Demita Joe time? I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
era. So she was giving us So Excited kind of dancing.
Or was that Discipline?
Because which one came out the latest? Either way, she was giving So Excited her feedback. Whichever one.
Mm-hmm.
My point is, she was going harder than Beyonce's going now.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's no. If you like, you should have put like I'm here. I mean, I love it, and I'm glad she brought that song back to her set. If you like, you should have put it. Like, yes, thank you. But I will say though, she already pulling back on it a little bit, and that's fine. It's fine. But if we're just going to talk diva to diva about who's still doing the 1-2 steps, Miss Jackson was doing the 1-2 steps. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying one thing is better than the other.
Because don't this tour, and maybe it's me, and I've only seen clips, but she don't seem as energetic as she was in previous tours.
She's
Beyonce,
not.
that is.
She's not in terms of like. She's still giving you showmanship, but it's not
like she going hard.
Yeah, the dancing energy is not quite
right.
It. The dancing energy is not it. It's not. It's definitely she's. Listen, because I don't want to sound like a hater because I'm not.
Is she tired from Renaissance? Is that why?
I mean, that is very fresh. But I was just trying to compare it to Janet Jackson currently in residency in Vegas, and I feel like Janet gives us more hardcore dancing moments than Beyonce, and Janet does not have as much spectacle in her shows. I mean, she hasn't. I don't think Janet's ever had as much spectacle as Beyonce's had in her big shows. Not that Janet hasn't had spectacle, but not to this degree.
She had spectacle at the time when she was performing. You know, of course, technology changes, so yeah, Beyonce looks more produced and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
true.
back then,
That
Janet
was big
did
for them.
have
Yes, that is very true. But I would just say though, I feel like Janet is still dancing a little bit harder than her, even today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Beyonce, we know that Beyonce did have a thing with her knee or ankle or something at one point, and so that may be something that's holding her back. That injury is very, very possible. So, and as a fan who goes to the shows, if you're somebody like that, you're just happy your girl is still out there doing it. And so, bravo to that. Before we move on, John, let's get some of these comments. All right. Hello, Shannon.
Hey, Shannon.
All right. John, you want to read the comment?
Bandis. What you know about Auntie Anita? Girl, you giving total Crystal Gale, total Linda Ronstadt, making your bright eyes blue. Sammy, do you think this will be this generation's Vampire in Brooklyn?
I think it's going to be a little bit more highly regarded than Vampire in Brooklyn was.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been a horror film for Black people since Get Out. It's going to be this. It's going to be this generation's Get Out, or this decade.
Salem's Lot.
Yeah, I just can't recall something having that much impact.
The Conclave, is that a new bathhouse or something? Yes, Sammy.
That should be. I think, John, you might be on something.
That'd be a good business name. Mm-hmm. Sammy, still haven't seen it, but I don't mind the spoilers.
Well, that's good, because when you go to the theater, everybody talking, you won't care, because they gonna be talking.
Mr. Taylor, yay, the Diggler Digest is back. I agree, Sinners was great, but it didn't gag me the way the Matrix did. Oh, okay for gag reflex.
It just didn't. I think it's important for you as an audience member who all are listening, that if you haven't seen not the Matrix, the Sinners yet, that you just go in knowing it's a good movie.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's worth the ticket price.
It's worth the ticket price. It's one of those things that as you begin to think about the impact and you start thinking about just the representation. That's it kind of like, it's like when you eat something and they say, oh, it's growing on me. I feel the heat building from the back of my palate. It's like that. It's like that kind of thing. Okay. You never had that, John? You never had that feeling when you think about food?
No, not from food, but okay.
Oh, something else. Gotcha. Okay.
Sammy, Sean must be related to Wendy. Hey, Sean, can I get a Baconator? Sean, your dad has a FAFO like the rest of them. Has to yep, like I said, you have to FAFO.
Yes, and I think Sean may be related to Wendy. I think he might be.
Hey, Mr. Dion, welcome back, Cream.
Hey, thank you. So good to be back.
Mr. Taylor, a friend of mine said he had a great time at the Beyonce, even in those nosebleed seats.
I mean, it's something about being in the energy of the room, right? It's something about just being amongst the people and just feeling it. So I could definitely,
if you feel in the artist, yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sammy, someone streamed a concert last Saturday on YouTube. When the lights came up, it was packed.
Yes, yeah, I watched a couple of those streams.
CC2, I will say that Blue Ivy had gotten better since she started dancing with Mom. She's young. She only get better as she grows earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Demita Joe, I think, came out during 9/11.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that's about right. CC2, I will say that Blue Ivy has gotten better since the first Dance with Wolves. She's still young. She's only. Oh, I guess he retyped it.
Oh, gotcha.
Double Trouble. Yes, that's
Yeah.
us. Sammy Hill. Hell, I'll be talking right
Talking right.
along with them.
Okay. Well, then you're gonna be in some good company. And you know who's really been talking and doing the rounds is Mama Tina. Mama Tina. I figured since we're on Beyonce, let's stay on the nose, clan. Miss Tina Knows, her book, Matriarch, has gone #1. I myself have downloaded the Kindle version, the what do you call it, the audio, the Amazon thing.
Mhm.
I've downloaded that, but I have not read her. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah, but it's on the agenda. It's on the agenda to read and get to. Are you interested, John, in hearing the Tina Knowles story?
No.
John.
What?
Okay, that's fine. I think you're gonna be missing out. I saw an interview that she did with Gayle King and them, talking about how apparently Matthew was a serial cheater, and
Okay.
and she stayed mostly due to a lack of self-esteem, which I was really surprised. Excuse me. I was really surprised to hear about that she had a lack of self-esteem. Um,
Really?
I was surprised to hear that the degree to which it was to the degree to which it went. I was
Hmm.
surprised.
I would think she wouldn't have had no problems growing up since she was light skinned, long hair.
And that's the other thing. She in her book she's talking about how her family was poor
Mm-hmm.
and her family worked for the Catholic Church across the street, and that's where she went to school because her family worked for them. But because she was pretty and light skinned, the nuns were really mean to her. And they would say stuff to her like, "You think you so special, and you think you
Okay.
And so she was really beat down
I could see that.
from the jump.
Yeah.
So she never got a chance to relish in light skin privilege, because they was on her. Like as my grandma used to say, a duck on a June bug. They was on her. They saw
Okay.
her coming in, and the story that she told in the interview, and I feel like I could tell it because she already told it in the interview, was about they would have those ceremonies. I'm not Catholic, but those ceremonies where the kid is going to marry Jesus or whatever. And they come in with the white dresses on and stuff, and and I guess maybe they're representing the Virgin Mary. I don't know what it is. But anyway, it's some kind of ceremony where you need a white dress. And so she had her mama make her a white dress. And when she went to school, the nun said, "We're gonna give that dress to that girl over there because her mama and daddy recently died, and we're gonna make her the girl who gets to wear the dress."
Hmm.
And when she got upset, it was like, "No, like I don't want to give my dress away." They were like, "You're so selfish. You're selfish. You got a mama and daddy." Da, da, da. So like, there's a lot of trauma going on over there. And she talks about in the book about of course, raising the girls, how she got Beyonce and Solange in therapy at a young age because she
Mm-hmm.
wanted to make sure that they were close because she saw them growing apart because everything was about Beyonce. So she got them in therapy to make
Yeah.
sure that they
I remember her saying something about that.
stay together. So
That was good.
there's a lot of different things. She's gonna be talking about that. She's gonna be talking about her relationship with the industry. So and her divorces. And so listen, I think it's gonna be a good for me, it's gonna be a good, like, we're taking a long trip. I'm gonna put it on, and Tina's reading it herself. And so I think it's gonna be a part of Black history. So I think you should check it out. Y'all check it out. Maybe we'll even do like Malcolm and have a book club. Y'all,
Okay.
y'all want to do a matriarch book club? Have,
Sure.
have our first one. All right. So, are we looking forward to this? Apparently, Kerry Washington and her production company is thinking about doing a reboot of Desperate Housewives, like a reimagining of it. You know what I'm
Yeah, it's
saying?
gonna be called Wisteria Lane. That's the
So,
name of it.
oh, that's the Wisteria Lane. Are
Mm.
we here for a reimagining of Desperate Housewives? I remember I
It
used to love Desperate Housewives, like the first 80% of it, and
it
then the last 20% I kind of stopped watching.
it all depends. How many black women are we gonna have in the cul-de-sac? Because all them white women and one Hispanic, and then every time a black woman moved in, somehow she got evicted. I'm not here for it.
Or she ran away in the middle of the night because the kids had killed somebody. Something. I think that's what happened to Alfred Woodard's character. Her kids was cutting up.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. She got evicted.
so, so I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Yes, if there is the appropriate amount of diversity. Yes, I am definitely here for it.
Let's get some Cadillacs in the yard, some
No,
cookouts.
no, we got to be upscale. We want aspirational still. We still want aspirational, unless it's an Escalade. We'll take that. Now, speaking of Kerry Washington, and I want to say this treading lightly because someday I might end up working with Kerry. Kerry may say, "And I saw you on that podcast, and you said that about me." So I'm gonna say the truth, but I'm gonna try to say it the right way. I want to know what you think about this, John, and y'all in the comments, okay? So Kerry Washington has a movie that's coming out, and it's going to the movie theaters.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember quite the name of it. John, maybe you could do your sleuthing and tell us what the name of the movie is.
It's this French guy that's in it with her, but
Right, and somebody, and they're former assassins or something, or military people or something. But I was watching the previews for this movie that John's going to tell us the name of it in just a second. But
Shadow Force,
everyone. I said this movie's going to bomb. This movie is going to bomb. It's going to bomb so hard. It should not have gone to the movie theaters. It should have gone. It looked like a movie that belongs on Amazon.
on Prime.
On Prime, yes, for free. Like, I don't want to come up and see that lock thing on it, and that little lock symbol talking about prices, girl. No, or streaming for free on Netflix, girl. Like, girl, the movie theater. Carrie, action star Carrie. I'm Carrie. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I think you overreached. You overreached. The producers overreached, and that's great. It's good to have a dream. It's good to dream. But is it out already, John? When did it come out?
I think it comes out this Friday.
Okay, I hope that y'all go out there and support this movie and prove me wrong. But it looked like it's going to be bad. That's why I don't want to see it.
Yeah, this Friday. It comes out this Friday.
So we will talk next week and see, was Cream Diggler right? Was Shadow Force a hit? Did it overtake Sinners at the box office?
It ain't gonna overtake Sinners.
Did it overtake? Because something else just came out and it was number one. It considers the number two. Something else came out.
It was supposed to come out last week, but they pushed it back because of the release of Thunderbolts.
Right. So Thunderbolts is number one right now because that came out and Sinners is number two. So is it going to overtake Thunderbolts? Is it going to overtake Sinners? Is it going to be even in the top 10? If it's in the top 10, I will be pleasantly surprised. If it's in the top 5,
you will eat crow.
I will. Girl, what will I eat? You know what I can't stand? I can't stand fried potatoes with onions. If it is the top 5, I will eat some fried potatoes with onions. Okay? Because I just don't see it. If it's number 1, girl, I will eat a salmon croquette with a side of potatoes and onions. And I know some of y'all are like, that's good. Girl, not to me. No. I went hungry many a night at home when my mom will break out the salmon croquette patties. And I'd be like, this is what we have for dinner tonight?
I don't fool with salmon croquettes either, so.
Child, she'd be like, yes, and this is it. And I'd be like, well, good night.
Okay.
I'm not eating this.
Peanut butter and jelly for me.
Okay. So if that happens, girl, that's where I am. That's where I'm at with it. Let's look at some of these comments.
All right. CC2, Cream. I may be jumping the gun, but I wanted to know your thoughts on the last season of Drag Race. I'm happy that On Your Nerves won.
Well, yes, let's talk about that. I am so happy Onion Nerve won as well. Um, if I want to be 100% honest with you, John, did you watch this season? That season of
Yeah,
Drag
I
Race?
watched a little of it. Yeah.
If I'm honest with you, I felt her final lip sync was trash. I thought it was trash. Um, I was like, I'm so tired of our girls getting all the way to the end and fumbling at the final lip sync,
Yeah.
i.e., Saphira.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, what? Oh my god! Not one reveal, girl. Not one trick. What? Where are we? Where are we? Like she dominated, humble the whole season, and frankly, I felt like she fumbled at the finish
Hmm.
line. And
Hmm.
and listen, I'm not mad that Rue said, "Okay, girl, this is a." In my mind, Rue was like, "Well, girl, you won the whole season." It's kind of like the way um in All Stars when Jinx Monsoon won All Stars. Uh, I feel like Monet beat her in that final lip sync where they did like the night the lights went out in Georgia.
Hmm.
I think Monet had beat Jinx, but Jinx had been dominating the whole season. She did, and I think that her Anya's lip sync was good, but it wasn't the best. And I need to backtrack a little bit because I've messaged her trying to get an interview, so I don't want to be told
Hmm.
it's over now. She's like, her people will be like, "Girl, we're not going over there, girl." He said your final lip sync was trash, but girl, can we talk about it though? You know, but yeah, Calvin, that's what I thought about. I thought about that.
Ooh, that could be interesting. I love the hell out of some desperate housewives.
I know we gays need a new must see something that's not Drag Race. So uh, yeah, I hope it's good too, Miss Wisteria Lane.
Sammy, I wouldn't mind a more diverse comeback of Desperate Housewives. Yeah, John. Throw a Keyshawn on in there. Yes. A young black woman worked her way out the hood, but still had hood in her. But she wasn't the one.
Okay, I'll take it. Keisha got to Escalade. Keisha can fry up some pork rib. Like she can do it, but she is living in a nice house.
She
Yeah,
doing braids on the porch. Yes, come
yeah.
on.
She knows some people from back in the day who she did some dirt to get where she at. So
Hmm.
they gonna come back and knock on the door. Boom, 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 boom. And she like, don't you bring that ghetto stuff here to Wisteria Lane. Kanye.
These white folks watching me.
Yeah, give us that. I'm here for that.
Mr. Taylor, yeah, it gave me Amazon Prime movie. Sorry.
Yeah, definitely. He's talking about Shadow Force. Girl, even
Yeah.
the name, girl, Shadow
Yeah.
Force. Even the name is not good, girl. It's not good.
I'm I'm actually making salmon patties right now. Well, you can keep them over there because I don't want it.
But see, now you're making fresh salmon patties. I'm assuming, Mr. Taylor, like you've gotten some fresh salmon and you're doing your thing to it. I'm talking about salmon coming out of the can. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Now, so let us know, Sammy. I mean, Mr. Taylor, are you talking about fresh salmon or are you talking about
Canned
canned
salmon.
canned salmon? That's what I'm talking
CC2, I thought so too. We're in agreeable.
about.
We're in total agreements. And if her track record for the season wasn't so good, then you're right. She would have lost.
Yeah, most definitely. We love you, Anya, but the truth is the truth, girl. Truth is the truth. All right, let's move on to the next topic here. Paul
Oh,
Prince
Lord.
Pierce made a comment about why black players date white women. Says they show more appreciation and they apologize more to the players. What do we make of this? What do
He
we make?
dumb as hell. That's all I gotta say.
You don't think that the white women tend to play the game? I don't believe that it's that white women are more naturally humble or whatever. I think they play the game. They're like, I'm going to
They
play
want
my
that big black
position.
cock.
But they also want that soft life, right? They're
Yeah.
they're not they're not gonna be all like, but you know,
They're going to be very submissive. I'll tell you that.
I was watching an interview with LL Cool J's wife, and she said she learned early on that she was going to have to change how she was, because she thought I was very flip at the mouth. What you talking about? Who you talking to? Why she looking at us? Da, 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 da. She said I had to, and the girl was like, you was a very around the way girl. She said, yes, girl, I was around the way girl. She said, but she read some book about what it means to be a wife and da 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 da, da. And she was like, I needed to be, now this is my words now. She essentially needed to be a soft place for her husband and essentially. And so she learned how to communicate instead of focusing on, well, he don't do this, he doesn't do that, he don't do this. She focused on herself and how she could be better. And I think that was something about that. I was like, more women, not just black women, but more women. Maybe if you're worried about you can't keep your man, not that I'm saying that that's your job is to keep a man, but if you're worried about that, this woman, it seems to be working for a certain kind of woman who knows. I mean, I don't know. As the man who dates men, don't we like somebody who's not always aggressive, who's not always? We're not necessarily looking for somebody who's humble, but you are looking for somebody who's amenable, who you can disagree with sometimes, but also you're not always fighting. You're not always on the P's and Q's, on edge, walking on what you call it, walking on with the eggshells because you worried about upsetting them and shit.
I want you to be you. I mean, around me.
Yeah,
Be
yeah, but
you. If you know, sarcastic, whatever, I'm gonna match your energy. So be you around me.
yeah, I want you to be you, but I want you to be your best you. Like if you are a rotten old thief, I would like it for you to get better and not be a thief no more. Right? Like get
Okay,
better.
yeah.
You know what I mean? You like, but this is me. I'm a thief. Well, bitch, I need you to be better. So I want you to be your best you. You know, I'm not saying
But
put
see,
on
I'm
airs
the
and stuff.
type that, if you are that rotten thief, okay, well keep on because I'm not paying bail.
Exactly, and you're not gonna settle down with that rotten thief either. You're gonna be looking,
No,
and you're not gonna leave them in your house. You're not gonna be with
no,
nobody like that. So I'm
no, no.
saying, so if you're trying, if the goal is to be someone, especially, and let's put it in this perspective, if you're trying to be someone who's a prize that you're trying to get caught, you want the soft life. You want somebody to spend their
Yeah,
money on you and give you that kind of life. There are certain modes of behavior you're gonna have to portray,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know, I mean, let's see what some of these comments got to say here. Let's see here. Oh Lord,
Oh Lord, Mr. Taylor, throw it out.
Mr. Taylor canned. I thought this was a
Did you
distinguished
check the
lady.
expiration date before you?
He said, "I guess I'm ghetto." Yes, girl.
Yes.
Yes, yes. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but yes, girl. I thought you was a lady of fresh salmon. Girl, I thought you was a fresh salmon lady. Okay, I was wrong. Okay.
Paul Pierce must have a white mama. Kelly and Becky have studied the black playbook and know how to get that mandingo. Trust and believe.
Right, and listen, but if LL Cool J's wife can figure it out and she kept her man,
And
the rest of
Savannah
these girls can
James.
figure it out, huh?
And Savannah James and figured it
Yeah,
out. She's still with LeBron since high school.
there is a certain degree, and this is not even just because your person is rich or whatever. I
Right.
think in any relationship, there's a certain level of submission you have to give sometimes. Sometimes you got to submit, uh, and that's not necessarily even in a bad way. It's like I could do an argument right now, but you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna argue this right now. I'm gonna let this go. Right. That don't mean I'm not gonna talk about it later.
Mm,
It just means that I think this would probably just escalate things, right? Or I'm so mad about it, I'm not gonna say it the right way. It's like just kind of thinking about how, that kind of stuff. You know, or like I remember like last night, my husband said something, and I cut my eyes at him. He was like, "What's wrong with your face?" And I didn't say nothing. I just kept on moving.
I was just about to say, Shannon, you still out there? Do you have any comments on this topic right now?
He said, "What's wrong with your face?" And I didn't say nothing because you know what? It really didn't. It wasn't needed. It wasn't needed. It's just, good night. No, good night. Good night. I would use my brain and my face was you was reading what was in my brain, but it wasn't nothing I wanted to share. You know, sometimes you gotta do that. Just girl, everything. Just pull it back, girl. Just only time when you don't think about doing that is if you're in a relationship with somebody you're always trying to win.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so it's like, girl, you don't have to win all the time. That's my advice to the girls, but you know, hey, you know.
Mr. Taylor, I guess LL's learned how to be submissive to a man that deserved it.
Facts. Yes, I mean there might be somebody who deserves it.
Sammy, if you studied the playbook and made your personality whatever it is he likes, why would he go for the black independent black woman?
But that's the point. Why don't the independent black woman do the same thing?
Right.
Right? Like you can't complain about not having a soft life if you're not willing to do soft life game. I was talking to my sister about this the other day. She was talking about, I'm ready for the soft life. She said, but I never really thought about dating a white man before. I said, girl, you better go date that white man. If he can give you the soft life. I said, girl, what's a couple of inches, if that's what it is? Like what's
Well, why do you have to run to the other race? Why can't
you don't have to. But
okay.
She said that's who was approaching her on the apps, you know, and they were the ones who was going. Those were the ones that had like, I'm an engineer and I'm a this and I'm a that. Like they had some fancy job. You also got to understand we're living in. I mean, she lives in a big city, like not a big city. She lives in
where she live?
In Tyler, Texas. So that's like,
say no more.
You know, what is that? Like maybe 100,000 ish or something like that. So it's a city, but it's not Atlanta. It's not millions.
It's not a metropolitan.
Yeah, so it's not like she has a whole lot of choice.
It's a big town.
You know, and so it's like, you know, girl, if he wants to give you a soft life, get the soft life. But girl, are you willing to pay the price? If you're not willing to pay the price, I want to hear about it.
So, all right, Mr. Taylor, he just said your fish ain't fresh.
Girl, the fish ain't fresh. Just come back in.
Oh, now Shannon says, I am here. Mr. Taylor, my sisters aren't going to be submissive to any old dusty nigga.
Right. He cannot be dusty. He has to be worthy. He can't be he can't be someone. You think I'm gonna be keeping my mouth shut to my husband if he was somebody who wasn't paying no bills too? If he was somebody who, you know, who I thought was in the streets when he should have been at home? Oh no, we're gonna be fighting. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna say what I got to say. Okay. Yes. So you know, I totally agree.
He tries it sometimes. I bet he do, Shannon. Sammy, I'm waiting for a flying shoe to come across.
It's never, Sammy.
We both do at times, but we respect each other and communicate. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and when he has his moments, sometimes I'll see it and I just ignore it. Like, okay, she's on one. Okay. You know, or sometimes I'll say something. I'll be, oh, we quiet today. We're really quiet today. You know, just you know, but you know, hey.
Well, if you don't like that, then I know you don't like mackerel patties using mackerel. Hell no, off the can either. My mom is the reason why I like it. With biscuits and syrup, nice cheap meal. No.
So there's canned salmon and canned mackerel.
Yes, there is canned mackerel. Yes.
I don't know which one. We probably had whichever one was the cheapest is the one we probably had. The was mackerel does sound familiar. I feel like it was mackerel, but I was equating them all to be the same thing. Either way, I don't want no canned fish
I think the
unless
salmon is in a pink can and the mackerel is in a blue
yeah.
can.
I don't want none of that unless we are fighting for our life because they done all the food gone in the grocery stores and we gotta, go dig through the pantry and find that can of
And we
mackerel
need
back.
something with a shelf life.
Okay, exactly. Yes, that's the only reason why I wanna mess with all that. So Illyria De Niro or Arian De Niro, the daughter of Robert De Niro, has come out as trans in an interview, and a lot of people have been going, "Ooh," and Robert De Niro's like, "Girl, what? Why? It's not a big deal," indicating that he's a very supportive father. And for a man his age, I guess maybe even I'm sure he's been seeing trans folks in Hollywood for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's nothing new to him. But Robert De Niro is very, very, very supportive. Any thoughts about Robert De Niro's daughter coming out?
Mm-mm.
Congratulations to that lady, and we wish her well on her journey. MSNBC is making history with a new lineup featuring. Now, is this because it was the MSNBC that got rid of Joy Reid? Was that them?
Yes.
Was the readout on MSNBC?
Yes.
Okay, so they're trying to make up for it. To say they're not racist by hiring these two gays, these two black gays, to be on the show. But they better bring it. They better bring it. They better be no holds barred.
We got Butch and Queen.
Okay. I mean that lip is pursed, ain't it?
Okay, ain't it purged?
It is pursed. Okay. I mean, congratulations to you girls. We are so happy for y'all. But y'all better bring it in honor of Joy. And be even messier, bitch. Have Joy on as a guest, girl.
Right.
Have her on as a guest. Make her an unofficial correspondent and be calling her in, all the time. Because I don't know, MSNBC was a little shady. Unless the ratings were saying something else. Maybe the ratings said that people were not enjoying watching her. I don't know. But congratulations to those gay girls. We are happy for them.
I'm surprised. Oh, go ahead.
You surprised what?
I don't know. Maybe it's in the show or not, but you have nothing on the Met Gala.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming.
Okay.
Oh, it's coming. Yes.
Okay.
Where are we at? Okay. So Ajanou, how do you pronounce her name? Ajanou Ellis.
I say Ajanou.
She is got a movie coming out on Apple TV, a thriller. And this young man, Mo McRae, is going to be starring alongside her in the movie. So y'all be on the lookout for that when it comes out to check that out. Okay. Let's look at a couple more things before we move on.
You probably had the mackerel.
I probably did, girl. I bet it was mackerel.
With the new baby being here, he ain't got time to hate on her. Ario, you what? Yeah, okay. Hold your baby sibling and feed them.
Oh, Sammy. All right. So this black Republican, she's saying that she played MAGA, that she was never really a Republican. She just pretended to be a Republican so that she could get her loans paid off, her college tuition paid off. Do we believe her? Because that's a good scam. If it was a scam, because she said she went online and said, okay, the liberals are stopping me from getting jobs and paying for school, and then here comes MAGA into the rescue and sending her cash app or however they was doing it probably, and so she collected coins off of them. She now is tuition free from school, and now she's saying, just kidding, I was never MAGA.
Okay, I'll give her that.
Okay, you gonna give her that?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give her that too. If she was able to pay her things off of them, and now she's saying, "Psych, I wasn't." I'm a trust that.
I'm a trust the process.
Yeah, I'm a trust the process on that one. I am.
I give
So
her that.
so congratulations to that girl. Diddy tells the judge, "I'm a little nervous on the first day of their trial." They start jury selection. I think at this point they're in day 4
Yeah.
of it, and we haven't heard a lot about it. At least I hadn't been saying a whole lot about it at this point. But things are moving forward. Diddy is refusing plea deal. He's insisting on his innocence, and I'm like, "Girl, you're insisting on going to jail." She's maybe she's thinking she's going to get time served or something. But I don't know. What do you think,
He
John?
gonna do some time. He gonna do some time.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Yeah, he gonna do some time.
This is a divergent thought, but I was listening to I listened to a lot of Sirius XM, particularly the Bravo channel radio, Andy, and there was an interview today with Rosie O'Donnell talking about she's friends with one of the Menendez brothers.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a very odd pairing, and I guess they're friends because she has a daughter that's autistic, and in the prison that he's in, they train dogs to work with blind, deaf, and severely autistic children under the ages of a certain age, and so that's how they one of the ways how they connected. And she's actually advocating for him to get out of jail because of all the evidence that's come out about them being severely molested and everything like that. I just thought that was interesting. It's just a little sidebar thought that came out. But let's talk about the Met Gala. Okay. We talked about it a little bit the other day on Malcolm's podcast. I think it was brought up. But the Black Dandies, though, they were dandying. It was co-produced by, or I don't know if the producer is the right word, co-hosted, co-chair, thank you. Co-chair by Anna Wintour and A$AP Rocky.
And Coleman Domingo.
And was Coleman on the as well? Okay, and
yeah,
Coleman
and this other black, I think he's a race car driver. I can't think of his name right now. Paul Hamilton, I think is his name.
Oh, okay. Well, there were a lot of looks out there. You guys have seen them. I just found this nice little collection that we have here. We got Lauryn Hill. We have Rihanna, who is pregnant again. This will be her.
A$AP must got good dick. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
This will be her 4th child if she's not having twins, right? She already has 3, right?
This will be her 3rd.
This will be a 3rd child. Okay.
Yeah.
Her 3rd kid. And then there is the young lady from Django Unchained and all the other movies. What's her name? I can think of her name right now. Lupita. Yes, Lupita. In her outfit. There was a lot of different, very daring fashion. I must say the one that left me scratching my head, one of the ones that left me scratching my head the most was Andre 3000's.
Okay.
With the
piano strapped on his back
and him carrying like a bag of trash for his back. I was like, I'm sure there's some philosophical music is the monkey on my back shit, or maybe I'm a traveling musician. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But we never knew you for being a piano player. One, it seemed like you should really have that flute on your back, or have a doll of what's his face, Big Boy, on your back. Like, I'm not sure what the piano had to do with anything, because he's not known for playing the piano. Of course, Diana Ross, she looked good in her outfit, the big coat that she was wearing. What's the girl's name that Law Roach usually dresses?
Zendaya,
and this,
she looked like she stepped right out of the movie Mahogany.
She looked so great. Her outfit was tailored to her body.
But he looked trash.
He that unit he had on his head.
He looked a mess.
Listen, I don't know if his unit was better than my unit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at least when I put my unit on, you can't see my glued down edges. You know what I'm saying? Like
He look a mess.
I put this. Look, he might well want this.
He look a mess. Now, the one person that I was like, what the hell is wrong with her? Do you know who that is, right?
Oh, who?
Let's put it like this. She looked like she been dug up. Two people, actually.
Oh, the fashion designer?
Vera Wang and Pamela Anderson.
Yes. Well, here's the thing. Vera, I agree with you from the whole look. She looked a mess. She really did. To be a fashion designer, she looked a mess. And maybe that was a bad picture that they're spreading around, circulating.
There's a couple of them then.
She did not. She was not cute. But Pamela Anderson, okay. From the neck down, she was cute. The body was right. The dress was nice and shiny. It was a cute dress. She looking like Mia Farrow in the face with the no makeup thing. And I'm not saying
She need to go back to putting on makeup.
And it's not even. It's like
And that hair, she looked like a goddamn page boy with that hair.
right. It's like I get saying you dressing how you want to dress for your own whatever. But at the same time, is there never a special occasion for you to put on some drag? You know what I mean?
Like, at least some lipstick, some blush, something.
Can you put on some drag sometimes, girl? Like you don't. Here's the thing: you don't walk around wearing glittery dresses every goddamn day. So why don't you put on some makeup for the special occasion? Why don't you bouffant your hair? Remind the bitches why you can be that bitch and that you're choosing not to be that bitch. Remind them for a second.
Yeah, remind us back to when you used to run on the beach in that skimpy bikini.
Like, just remind us for a second, because it's not flattering. And here's the thing: the natural look isn't for everybody. Everybody can't do it. Just like everybody can't go no beard, and not everybody can go beard. Some people's beards don't
or dreads
or dread. Some people look better without hair than they do with hair. It's like
find your niche, bitch.
Yeah, come on, know thyself. It ain't about catering to the patriarchy. It's about like, girl, you look in the mirror and no, bitch, this is not cute.
And and whatever stylist let you out of that hotel room looking like that need to be shot.
Trust me, the stylist was like us. Pam, please. Let me give you a couple of tracks.
Okay.
Let me just boof it up a little bit. No, Juan. No. I'm going natural. But Pam, you look like a page boy, Pam.
Right.
Juan, I don't care what the critics will say. I don't care. And you got, BB in the other corner. Pam, can I put more than just chapstick on? Can I give you just a little foundation, Pam?
And I did like what Janelle Monáe had on too.
Oh yeah, she looked good. Was that the dandy guy behind her who unzipped her?
Yeah.
Was his name? That was really cool. I am sure that some racist somewhere was, did not understand why all these niggas was on this carpet. I know that they were.
And don't understand dandyism either.
Yeah, they're just like, I thought Trump got rid of DEI. Why are there so many niggas on this carpet?
Right. I think they did it on purpose.
I think so too. I really do. I really do think so too. Let's see here.
I only made salmon patties because I remember my mother used to make them. I think I'd rather have a pizza. Then why didn't you order a pizza, Mr. Taylor?
He was trying to honor his mama.
I think Rihanna trying to make the number of kids with her album.
Okay. I mean, that was a commercial that came on for Rihanna selling something. Sorry, I got hiccups. Selling something. And I just turned the commercials again. I don't want to see nothing you trying to sell, bitch. Make a record. I don't want to see you making no commercials to these old songs.
I think it's I think it was. I know what commercial you're talking about. I think it's for some type of perfume. I think.
And I was like, turn. I'm not supporting this.
I thought Andre was advertising Idlewild 2 with the piano on his back. At least the character played piano.
Oh, that would have been cute though.
Yeah, that would have been.
If he would have been doing that.
My favorite looks were Zendaya, Janelle Monáe, and Coleman Domingo. I feel like Coleman was flirting with me through the
Mhm.
TV screen.
You need to catch Coleman Domingo in that Four Seasons show that's on Netflix right now. He's married to this Italian man. There's like it's like four different couples who are best friends from college or whatever, and
So he's
this
not with a black man.
no, he's not.
Oh Lord have mercy. Okay.
Uh, but they have a couple of kisses that are very sexy in that show. They have a couple of very nice, real kisses. They ain't no stage kisses. Yeah.
Cynthia Keller, at least some lipstick and eyeliner. I love Halle Bailey. Yeah, she did have on a nice dress.
She did. I still don't know where she's from. I guess I could easily find out and Google it, but I just don't care that much to do the research to figure it out. But congratulations to everyone who showed out, and even the people who didn't do so well. You were there. You were in the room. Congratulations to you. I don't know if anybody cares, but Yellowstone and has a lot of spinoffs coming. If you ever watch Yellowstone, did you ever watch Yellowstone, John?
I think I tried.
If you like it, I did. I did end up really loving it, even though
Okay.
there was a little bit of Republican energy in it, but it was not enough to turn me off. But they have several spinoffs coming. If you're into the Yellowstone universe, Google it, figure it out. I would just say there's several there's several characters. The son, the daughter of Kevin Costner's character. Each of them are getting their own separate shows.
Okay.
I think there's another character who wasn't a family member who's getting the show. There's like at least 4 or 5 spinoffs coming from Yellowstone. So
Okay.
check it out if you so care. 4 women have accused Smokey Robinson of sexual assault. Look at this person in this thing. Girl, y'all have waited too late. Is this girl, y'all have waited too late.
Yes.
You've waited too late. I guess what you want is money because ain't nobody putting this old man in jail, I don't think, at this point. But
No.
good luck to you, Justice. Hope you get your justice. Okay. 3 Doors Down singer Brad Arnold reveals he has stage 4 kidney cancer. And he says, I have no fear. I don't have any fear right now. And I can see that. I can see when you've lived the life he's lived, right? You've had the money, the success, been around the world, and it's like, okay, all right. If this is my time, it's my time. I mean, what do you think?
Okay.
I
get it.
Because in the interview, he's just essentially like, "Hey, if it's my time, it's my time." So I don't know if there's any Three Doors Down fans. I probably liked a song or two. Never bought an album from them. Matter of fact, I couldn't tell you what was one of the hits, but I bet if you told me, I'd be like, "Oh yeah, I could probably sing a couple of lyrics from that." But I can't think of a Three Doors Down song right now. But
me either.
Just for your information, J.K. Rowling, she has this new Harry Potter series coming out, and one of the leads who's playing Snape basically stood up in defense of trans people. And people were asking J.K. Rowling what she thought about that, thinking maybe she was going to be shady or something about that. And she wasn't. She was just like, hey, we don't all have to agree, which tracks because, people were trying to come for her. So for her opinion, so whatever. Let's move on to, let me bring this up. A little show, Two Grooves in a Pod. Okay. This is my little side hustle with my husband. Hope y'all are watching, listening. You can watch it on YouTube. You can watch it or listen to it on Spotify podcasts as well. If you are not subscribed to it on Spotify podcasts, I need you to subscribe, girl. I need you to subscribe. Don't just listen. Subscribe. I'd be looking at them little numbers every day. Shannon's like, "How many we got?" I was like, "Girl, just maybe one more." Or it's the same as it was. It's the same as it was before. Like, girl, come on. The listening numbers are good though, but I don't know what's up with our people. I don't know what's up with our people in subscribing. Like, what's wrong? Or sharing. Like, girl, share. Tell your people to listen to it. Like, girl, let's give you a little taste of the clip from the most recent episode that was dropped on, or that's dropping on Saturday, and that's a couple days.
Someone just tried to blackmail me. I said, "What? What? Blackmail you? What are you talking about?" So he says that he was talking to this guy. You know, he met online. They had been chatting for a minute, just texting back and forth. They had sent each other some spicy pictures. You know, it got to that point. They're grown. Everybody's grown. Everybody's 40 plus. Shit, I think he's over 50. You know, sending pictures, as people online are prone to do. And the guy, well, you know, let's get off here. Let's start texting each other, because all this was in the app, I guess. Okay. So then they started texting each other, and then the guy, from them texting, next thing he knows, they texted like a couple times. Next thing he knows, boom, boom, boom. The guy starts sending him these messages. "I know where you live. This is your Facebook page. This is where you work." All from his cell phone number.
Girl, be careful out there in these streets. Make sure you're not sending no nudes and shit with your face.
He didn't vet him good enough.
Yeah, he's like, they talked a little bit in the app. You know, I guess maybe even within the app they had started sending each other things. And then the guy was like, "Well, I really would like to talk to you off app. Like, let's exchange numbers." And that's what got him. The exchanging numbers part. You probably should exchange numbers now with nobody you've never met before. That's probably the new rule of online dating. Is if I haven't met you, wouldn't you say, John?
I can only say this as somebody who has dabbled. Your spidey senses should be to tell you which direction to go. Mm-hmm. And you can only get it. That's why I say he didn't vet him good enough. I don't think he asked the right questions. I don't think he drove the conversation to where he felt comfortable with moving to that next level. So that takes a fine education and skill to do that. And if you have not perfected it, you're going to be lost, girl.
Because she's over 50 and she's been in the game for...
It don't matter. It don't matter.
There's some lost girls out there that I guess.
Yes. Because some people think with the wrong head. You know that.
Very true. Very true. There you go.
Pam said she is no longer that whore. She is now white, classy, based, plain face. I'll pass on the Oregon Trail reenactment show.
I'm not watching that.
Like single white female-ish. Child, the Potter people got their panties in a bunch because a black man is playing Professor Snap.
Snape. Yes, they are. They are in a bunch, but I am so looking forward to it. I can't wait to see how that turns out. And speaking of how things turn out, All Stars 10.
Let me just go ahead and say also from your podcast. Anybody who is that eager to switch over is probably a red flag. It should flow naturally, not somebody saying, let's move off this. Let's move. No.
Right. Let's see. I've got another comment here.
Cleo, do you remember when we watched the documentary on Miss Bobby?
Miss Bobby. I'm sure I do. Miss Bobby is not ringing the bell for me. I got to get a little bit more information. All Stars 10 premieres tomorrow. They have 18 queens, the most they've ever had. It's going to be in a kind of like a, what do you call it when it's going to be different rounds, right? So the first 6 queens will have three episodes. They'll whittle them down to the 3 to go to the next round, and they'll do that. So it's I'm open. It's totally different than anything they've ever done. I'm just curious to see how they're doing it. You know, if it's not good, it's not good. If it is, awesome. You know,
I guess we'll see.
We will see. So tune in on Fridays to check that out. All right, let's see, we got a couple comments here.
See, that's why it's good to have 2 or 3 regulars. People out there are crazy.
Yes.
She was catfished.
Oh yes, I do remember that. The catfish. Yes, that was amazing.
For years without meeting the guy.
Yes, that was a good. That was a good catfish story. It was on Netflix. Okay. Janet Jackson is back on the charts. She's in the bubbling under here in the US. She's on the UK charts. And it's like, how is she back on the UK charts with something from the All For You album? Well, the children have rediscovered Someone to Call My Lover.
I saw that somewhere.
Yes, y'all remember Someone to Call My Lover?
Yeah.
Back on the road again. Feeling kind of lonely in. That's for the people who don't know. I know you know, John. So for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, the discovery on TikTok, you know, here's some images from the video. Those of you who are like, oh, I don't recall this, you need to get on YouTube, look up the Someone to Call My Lover video. Once you watch it, then look up Someone to Call My Lover remix with JD. Watch that, because that's kind of fire too. And then after you watch that, Google Someone to Call My Lover club remix. That's fire too. But let's look at what the children have been doing.
Jimmy, he said, I want to play you something. And he played me this loop. He goes, you know what this is? And I'm going, no. He goes, Jan, you don't know what this is? I'm going, no. I said, I feel badly because obviously I should recognize it. He goes, America, Ventura. Maybe we'll meet at a bar. He'll drive a funky car. Maybe we'll meet at a club. He'll drive a funky car. Maybe we'll meet at a club. Meet at a bar. He'll drive a funky. Maybe we'll meet at a bar. He'll drive a funky car. Maybe we'll meet at a bar. He'll drive a funky car.
Maybe we'll meet at a club. When I even born when this song came out, but I love that they are these diehard Janet Jackson fans. I love it. I love it. I love seeing our diva continue to get her flowers. When they tried to take her down, girl, they tried to take her down. They tried to take her down, but she's still here. She's still here. The legacy cannot be denied. And that is the conclusion of this episode 60 of season 5, the season 5 premiere of the Diggler Digest. John, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Swags will be back next week. He had a thing. In my mind, he is doing some 007 work. He's breaking into
T'Challa has him hostage. That's probably what it is.
Right. He's breaking into some government facility to clear all our student loans out or something. Right now. Y'all follow us over to Patreon. I think I still remember how to get us over there. Maybe. Follow over to Patreon. And I have another topic we're going to talk about, which is, let me get it. Oh, we're going to talk about twerking in Lululemon. There's some black women who got caught. Well, not caught. They got filmed, and everybody's talking about these black women twerking in Lululemon. And has twerking gone too far?
Yes.
So let's talk about it. But we will see y'all later.